February 20, 1974. Lubang Island, Philippines. A young Japanese adventurer named Norio Suzuki sits by a campfire deep in the jungle. He has come here on a bizarre quest to find a ghost. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the trees. He wears a tattered but clean Imperial Japanese Army uniform from World War II. He carries a fully functional Arisaka Type 99 rifle. His eyes are sharp, alert, scanning for threats. This is Lieutenant Hiroo Onoda, and for the last 29 years he has believed World War II is still happening. He has killed 30 people. He has sabotaged farms. He has evaded capture for 3 decades. He is a soldier still fighting a war that ended before he was born. And he has no idea. Welcome to WW2 War Files. Today's story is one of the most incredible tales of loyalty, survival, and delusion in human history. It begins in December 1944. The war in the Pacific is turning against Japan. The Americans are advancing, island by island, towards the Japanese mainland. 22-year-old Hiroo Onoda, a newly trained intelligence officer, is given a critical, top-secret mission. He is to be sent to the small island of Lubang in the Philippines. His orders, given by his commanding officer, Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, are simple but absolute. You are absolutely forbidden to die by your own hand. It may take 3 years, it may take 5, but whatever happens, we will come back for you. Until then, so long as you have one soldier, you are to continue to lead him. And the most crucial order of all, under no circumstances are you to surrender. Onoda was trained in guerrilla warfare. His job was to disrupt American operations, destroy the airfield, and do whatever it took to hold the island. He was to be a ghost, a phantom in the jungle, a thorn in the side of the enemy. He arrived on Lubang with a small contingent of soldiers, but the local Japanese garrison was in disarray, unwilling to follow his guerrilla tactics. Within 2 months, in February 1945, American forces landed and quickly took control of the island. Most Japanese soldiers were killed or surrendered, but Onoda, following his orders to the letter, melted into the dense jungle with 3 other soldiers: Corporal Shuichi Shimada, Private Kinshichi Kozuka, and Private Yuichi Akatsu. For them, the war was just beginning. For the rest of the world, it was about to end. August 15, 1945. Emperor Hirohito announces Japan's unconditional surrender. World War II is over. On Lubang Island, Onoda and his 3 men have no idea. They are deep in the jungle, surviving on coconuts, bananas, and stolen cattle from local farms. In October 1945, they find a leaflet. It's from the 14th Area Army, declaring the war has ended. It orders all remaining soldiers to come down from the mountains and surrender. Onoda reads it. He discusses it with his men, and he comes to a conclusion. It's a trick. He is an intelligence officer, trained in deception. He believes this is clever American propaganda designed to lure them out of hiding. The wording seems suspicious. The printing looks shoddy. He refuses to believe it. Over the next few months, more leaflets are dropped from American planes. Newspapers are left in the jungle. Photos and letters from their families are scattered from the sky, pleading for them to come home. Each time, Onoda's training kicks in. He analyzes every detail and finds reasons to be suspicious. He thinks, why would they try so hard if the war was really over? This is proof the enemy is getting desperate. They hear announcements from loudspeakers. They see B-17 bombers flying overhead, not dropping bombs, but dropping surrender notices. To Onoda, this is all part of a complex psychological warfare campaign. His orders were clear. We will come back for you. No one had come back. Therefore, the war was not over. His small group becomes a fully functioning guerrilla unit. They maintain their rifles meticulously, rationing their few hundred rounds of ammunition. They create a rigid schedule of patrols and intelligence gathering. They monitor the local airfield, convinced it's a key American base. They are soldiers fighting a phantom war, trapped not by the enemy, but by their own unwavering sense of duty. The years turn into a decade. The world outside changes, but in the jungles of Lubang, time is frozen in 1945. September 19, 1949. Private Akatsu, after months of tension with the others, decides he has had enough. He slips away from the group and, after 6 months alone in the jungle, surrenders to the Philippine police. He tells them about the other 3 soldiers still hiding, still fighting. This is the first confirmation that Onoda's group is real. The world is stunned. But Onoda and his remaining 2 men see Akatsu's surrender as a security breach. They become even more cautious, moving their camp to a more remote, inaccessible part of the mountains. June 1953. Corporal Shimada is shot in the leg during a skirmish with local fishermen. Onoda nurses him, but without medicine, his condition worsens. Months later, in May 1954, Shimada is killed in a shootout with a police search party. Now only 2 remain, Onoda and Kozuka. For the next 18 years, they are inseparable. They are a 2-man army. They continue their patrols, they steal rice and cattle to survive, they clash with local farmers and police. To the islanders, they are not soldiers. They are dangerous ghosts, bandits, murderers. They listen to a stolen transistor radio. They hear about the Korean War, the Vietnam War. To them, this is not new history, it's just Japan continuing its fight against the Americans through proxies. They hear announcements about Japan's economic boom, the Tokyo Olympics, the bullet train. It's all dismissed as elaborate American propaganda designed to break their spirit. October 19, 1972. Onoda and Kozuka are on a routine mission to burn a pile of rice harvested by farmers. It's their form of sabotage. They're ambushed by a police patrol. Kozuka, Onoda's loyal companion for 27 years, is shot twice and killed. Onoda escapes back into the jungle, now completely alone. The death of Kozuka is a national story in Japan. They now know Onoda is still out there, the last holdout. Search parties are sent, but Onoda, now a master of the jungle, evades them all. He is 50 years old. He has been fighting for 30 years. He is the last soldier of the Imperial Japanese Army, fighting a war that exists only in his mind. Back in Japan, a young, free-spirited university dropout named Norio Suzuki is bored with his life. He writes down a list of things he wants to do. Find Lieutenant Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman, in that order. He is not a soldier, not a journalist, not a government official. He is just an adventurer. In February 1974, Suzuki travels to Lubang. He ignores police warnings and treks into the jungle alone, pitching a tent and calling out Onoda's name. "Onoda-san, the Emperor and the people of Japan are worried about you." After 4 days, it happens. As Suzuki sits by his fire, Onoda emerges from the jungle, rifle pointed, ready to kill. Onoda is wary. He sees this long-haired hippie and assumes it's a trap. But Suzuki is disarmingly friendly. He offers Onoda a cigarette. He speaks to him with respect. He tells him the war is over. Onoda refuses to believe him. He has heard it all before. "I will not surrender unless I receive a direct order from my commanding officer." This is the key, the one thing that can break through 30 years of conditioning. Suzuki makes a promise. He will return to Japan and find Onoda's commander. He takes a photo with Onoda to prove he found him. The two men, the old soldier and the young adventurer, pose for one of the most surreal photographs in history. Suzuki returns to Japan a national hero, but he is a man out of time. He is horrified by the modern, consumerist Japan he finds. He cannot adapt to the new world. In 1975, he moves to Brazil, where he becomes a successful cattle rancher. He finds peace in the quiet work of a farmer, the life he left behind 30 years earlier. He eventually returns to Japan in 1984 to open a nature school for children, teaching them the survival skills he learned in the jungle. Hiroo Onoda died in 2014 at the age of 91. His story is a powerful, tragic testament to